rock and come in. Baby, oh, baby, me say rock and come in.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I'm here to provide you with natural hair content. So today I'm just going to be doing my regular wash and go. I just co-washed my hair with one of the As I Am co-washes, the dry itchy scalp one, which is the blue one. And basically I'm going to be using new products from Earth Supply. The video is not sponsored, but I'm going to be using the curl activator as well as their creamy defining jelly. So today I'm going to be talking about ingredients in hair products, and I'm going to part my hair in my 4 sections like I normally do, and we'll get right into it. So when I say ingredients, normally with everything else that we do, ingredients are important. So the food you're putting in your body, the lotion you're putting on your skin, the facial washes and creams and all of that are all important, and we always look at ingredients for that. So it is the same concept when it comes to hair. There are certain ingredients that are not typically the greatest when it comes to your hair. Now, just a little disclaimer, I'm not saying that you have to completely cut out these ingredients from your products, but if you do notice that your hair is frizzy or you're not getting the best results that you think you can get, maybe avoiding some of these ingredients will help you attain that goal. So to start off, we will be talking about sulfates. So sulfates are a cleaning agent that you will usually find in dishwash soap, other cleaning products. And what it does is strip your natural oil from your head. So you have natural oils which are called sebum, and they are created from your body, and that's also on other parts of your body as well. So your skin creates sebum. So that natural oil, that shine that you get on your face when you're oily, that's sebum. It's the same thing in your hair as well. So when you're using those type of products like sulfates, any shampoos that have sulfates in them, normally what you're doing is stripping your hair of its natural oils, and that basically can cause dryness as well as some breakage because you have nothing moisturizing your hair. Is not starting off well. I don't think the pump works.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this stuff is so thick that it doesn't even come out through the pump. I'm not impressed. Smells good, but not impressed. So I'm gonna have to... Is this even normal? Why is it so thick? Y'all, I can't even get it out by putting my finger in it. Like, it's so thick. Alright, well, skip that. I'm just gonna go straight into the jelly and just use the jelly in my hair. So I will just be putting a list of some of the ingredients that you should look out for on the screen. So for sulfates, as well as all the other ingredients that I'm going to talk about, because I can't pronounce half of them. So I'm not even going to play myself. Next ingredient that you maybe want to avoid are silicones. Now, silicones are found in a lot of the products that we use. So conditioners, styling, creams, all of that. You'll usually find silicones in that as well. Sometimes you'll also find silicones in your shampoos, but for the most part, they're in your styling products and conditioners. So silicone is kind of like plastic. And what it does is it coats your hair and gives you a natural shine. So the reason why silicones are not the greatest ingredients is because your other ingredients that might be vegan or curly girl friendly, that don't have those silicones, are not able to penetrate your hair strand. So they're not actually penetrating the cortex of your hair strand, which is where you need all the moisture to go so that you can actually benefit from healthy hair. So some silicones that you might find in ingredients are like dimethicone, trimethicone, amidimethicone, usually things that end in the word cone. Obviously, not all silicones end in the word cone. There are other ones, and like I said, I will list them on the screen. But one thing that I noticed myself when I stopped using silicones is that I didn't have as much frizz. So if you notice that everything you do when you're styling your hair, your hair is always frizzy within the first couple of days, or even when it's dried, maybe try cutting out silicones for a bit to see if there's a difference. And if you see a difference, well, I mean, it's up to you if you want to continue not using silicones. But for me, I feel like I've benefited from it a lot since I've stopped using silicones. Now, there are times where I do buy products that have silicones in them, and most of the times it's because I didn't read through the ingredient list slowly, so I usually miss it. But usually when that happens, I won't end up buying the product again in the future. And with silicones, the only way to remove it from your hair is to use a sulfate. So once again, using a sulfate is stripping your hair of all its natural oils. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation. And one thing about sulfates is you can use them. Usually I would say if you're going to use a sulfate, use it when you're going to do a clarifying wash day. So when you want to get all the buildup really out of your hair, off of your scalp, that's when maybe you can use a sulfate. Or if you're going to go swimming, or you know you're going to the beach, you want to get all that salt water out of your hair, that would be maybe a good time to use a sulfate. As well as silicones. If you're going to go to the beach or you're going swimming, silicones are good in that sense because they are coating your hair. So all the chemicals from the chlorine are not actually penetrating your hair strand and going to cause as much damage as if you were to just use non-silicone products. And silicones also give you the slip. So when you're normally detangling your hair, a lot of people, when they buy conditioner, look for that slip factor, which is basically making your hair easy to detangle. That's what it comes from, the silicones. So it is a bit difficult when you're looking for like a rinse out conditioner that provides slip that doesn't have silicones. I know that for myself. I have yet to find a good rinse out conditioner that provides a lot of slip that doesn't have silicones in it. So that's one thing that I've noticed. But I tend to detangle my hair with a with my deep conditioner, so I don't really experience that much of a struggle for it. But if you're somebody who likes to detangle your hair before you deep condition or before you wash your hair, then that might be a bit of a challenge to find something that works for you. But then again, everybody's different, so you might find something that you feel gives you a lot of slip that I don't feel gives me enough. Up next, we have parabens. So I'm pretty sure even with other products, parabens has become something that we want to avoid. So parabens are used as a preservative. They have been found to cause health complications, such as have an effect on hormones, causing breast cancer as well as reproductive issues. So it's mostly issues found in women, although men can get breast cancer, of course. There's been studies that have proven that the paraben is able to penetrate your skin and stay in your tissues. So that can cause, of course, growths in your body, so like tumors and such, hence cancer, breast cancer. So just keep that in mind if ever you're looking for products just in general that may contain parabens. Although these days I find that a lot of products don't really have parabens. It seems as though companies are trying to stay away from including parabens in their products. Parabens are not too difficult to not find in products. Like a lot of products don't have parabens. And parabens, usually when you do see a paraben ingredient, it will most probably have the word paraben in it. So they're pretty easy to spot on an ingredient list if they are present. And yeah. And the last product that I am going to talk about would be alcohols. So there are good and bad alcohols. The reason being that you want to avoid alcohols is because they can be drying to your hair. So isopropyl alcohol, basically rubbing alcohol, you don't want to be putting that in your hair. That will completely dry out your hair, right? Good alcohols are usually called fatty alcohols, and they contain a higher amount of carbon content, making the molecules oilier. So they can help with smoothing your hair cuticle, which is kind of what we want. We don't want our cuticles to be lifted because then the moisture is going to evaporate from our hair, right? And that's what we are looking for in our products anyways. We want to make sure that we're keeping that moisture retained as long as possible. So if you use too much alcohol or a product that has too much alcohol in it, it can give the appearance of your hair to look really oily. The alcohols are also mixing with your natural oils in your hair or your scalp. So that's giving it even more oil, and too much oil for your hair. So that's not exactly a good thing. I will put a list, like I said, of the bad alcohols and good alcohols, as well as the silicones, parabens, and sulfates that you can look for. The most common ones that you'll usually see in ingredients lists. So if you want, you can screenshot the ingredients to avoid. Take that, save it. When you go look for products, look at the ingredients list and see if those products are in there, or those ingredients are in there. If you do find that they are, and you want to try out using more eco-friendly products, then you have all the information there. You can also Google different silicone sulfates that I haven't mentioned to see what other ones may not be good for your hair. But like I said, the ones that I'm going to be listing are usually the ones that you'll see most often in products. So I'm just going to finish this off, and I am going to come back when it is dry. I am most probably going to diffuse. It is a bit late, and I don't like going to bed with my hair wet, so I'll see you in a bit. So I actually wanted to come back and just mention that these products are silicone sulfate paraben free, as well as mineral oil. Mineral oil is another ingredient that a lot of people avoid when it comes to hair products, but I don't really look at mineral oil all that much. Same thing for the other products that they have from the same line. They're all paraben, silicone, mineral oil, and sulfate free. So if you are interested in purchasing them, they are pretty reasonable. They have a pretty reasonable price. They're $11.99 most products each, and you get about 13 fluid ounces. This one is 12, but for the most part, it's a decent amount of product. I personally don't think I'm gonna really like my wash and go. I don't think it's gonna have as much hold as I would like it to have based on how it's in my hair right now. It doesn't really feel like I put much on my hair, so we'll see how that goes once it's dried. Also, if you got this far in the video and you still haven't subscribed, subscribe. It's free. And if you haven't watched my other videos regarding hair characteristics, go ahead and do that. You can watch the video after this one. And let me know down below, do you follow the curly girl method, or do you just use whatever, pick up whatever ingredients or whatever products at the store? Also, let me know if you're thinking of maybe trying to avoid silicone sulfates and parabens as well as bad alcohols, or if you just are going to continue using whatever you're using. Like I said, it isn't something that needs to be done, but if you are experiencing any frizz or you see that your hair is not where you want it to be regarding health, then maybe that would be something to start off looking into when purchasing your products. So I'll see you in a bit once my hair is dry, and yeah. Alright y'all, so I'm back and these are my results. Once again, I used the Earth Supply Curl Defining Gell-O, and I can say there is hold. I didn't think that I would have much hold. Also, I find that my curls are elongated, so I didn't have to stretch my hair, and I did pick it out just a little bit to give it a little more volume, but I would say that it does have hold, and I'd probably give it a 4 for the hold, actually. Except in the back, I find there's not as much hold as compared to the front, but that's fine. I probably just didn't apply enough product in the back sections compared to the front sections. So yeah, the definition though is definitely there. It's not my typical wash and go that I go for, but I do like it. Can't even lie, I do like it a lot. And the moisture, well, the moisture, I don't know how long I'm gonna have moisture, because when it was drying, I felt like my hair felt dry. Not wet dry, but like dry, like no moisture in it. So we'll see in a few days. Probably not going to keep this in too long. Most probably going to be washing my hair on Saturday, and we are Thursday, so about 2 days. So I guess I'll see how the moisture is retained throughout those 2 days. And for definition, I definitely give it a 4, because I do have frizz in certain areas. You can't really see it on the camera, but there is frizz in more so the back of my head. But then again, maybe it's because I didn't apply enough product in the back of my sections, in the back sections. So hold, I would give, moisture, I would give it a 4 as well, maybe a 3.5, 4, but I'll see in a few days, and then I can really rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 what's the hold would be. So I do want to mention that I was very disappointed with the curl popping activator that they have. I'm not sure who decided to put this product in this bottle, but I feel it would probably be better if they had put it in the same bottle as they put the Gell-O, or the container that they use for the Gell-O, because this product is so thick you cannot pump it out. You literally have to squeeze it, and if you're doing your hair, nobody has time to be squeezing the bottle like that to get the product out. So I am going to try and use it. I'll probably try to transfer it into another bottle, an empty container that I might have laying around, and see how this works. So I will try to use it, but right now I'm kind of disappointed with the product itself, the bottle of it. So I don't know how that worked out. I guess I'll find out when I do decide to use it again, if I do. But yeah, so if you've gotten this far, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also turn on your notifications to know when I post my next videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.